Hello, very nice to meet you. My name is Patricia Huberger and I represent the ZHAW School of Engineering in Switzerland. I apologize, I didn't make it to your showcase fair last week. I was actually scheduled to pitch our university to Taiwan Tech students and I was very much looking forward to that. Unfortunately, due to time zone differences, the meeting was scheduled at the wrong slot and I missed it. I apologize. I'm here now to represent our university. I would like to start with my background picture. Here you see our main campus. It's a SIPTI campus. I will now shift towards the presentation and take you along to Winterthur in Switzerland. So welcome again from my side. My name is, as I've already told you, Patricia. I'm head international relations, and I would be very honored and thrilled if you would pick our university as destination for your exchange. So this slide shows our pedestrian zone in the city called Winterthur. It's the second largest in the canton of Zurich, and the canton is like the States. It's a large city in Switzerland, however, rather small probably compared to Taiwanese city. We have around 120,000 inhabitants. And our campus is just across the street from that pedestrian zone. So when incoming students choose Switzerland as a destination, the question is always, why would you pick Switzerland? What we have to offer is delicious food, as you can imagine, such as chocolate, dairy products, a lot of cheese, and stunning nature in the middle of the Alpine range. However, what we also have to offer is really a highly developed higher education landscape with many universities and cutting-edge laboratories. I will come to that a little bit later. So Switzerland, maybe you know it already, it's a really tiny, small country in the heart of Europe. We are not a member of the European Union, despite being in the middle of Europe. We have only 9 million inhabitants spread across the country, more than 1/4 are foreign citizens. Where you see the blue arrow, northeastern is Winterthur. Winterthur is around 15-minute train ride from Zurich, which is the largest city in Switzerland and the financial capital and also the main airport hub is there. Actually, the airport is located between Zurich and Winterthur. We are well renowned for our public transportation system, and you can reach basically every destination, including small alpine villages, by public transportation, mainly train or buses. Despite being a very small country, we have 4 national languages: German in the northeastern part, French in the western part, Italian in the Canton Ticino towards the south, bordering with Italy, and Rheto-Romanic, a very unique language which is only spoken in a few valleys in eastern Switzerland. When it comes to our political system, we are one confederation. It's called Confederatio Helvetica, which also explains our abbreviation of CH. Then the confederation is structured into 26 cantons. The cantons are similar to the states like in the US. And in the cantons, we have communes or communities. What is really very special in Switzerland and a bit distinct also is that all 3 layers have a lot of responsibility, financial-wise and decision-wise. Each of the 3 layers has its own government and parliament, and as you probably know, we have 4 times a year elections or votes on whatever issues and topics either the parliament comes up with or a certain group of people in the country, they want to decide on something and then they propose a vote. That system is really complementary and works very well. However, to be honest, decisions are taken a bit slowly compared to other governments where decisions are taken more centralized. Despite being a small country, Switzerland offers 43 universities spread across the country, whereas we have the distinction between the comprehensive research universities and the universities of applied sciences, as well as the universities of teacher education. Compared to other countries, our government invests quite a large share of GDP into higher education. And one of the reasons actually is that Switzerland, if you can imagine or not, was an extremely poor country just 2 centuries back. Indeed, the generation of our grandparents, they were actually forced to migrate. Many of them went to Canada, to the US, to Ireland, because Switzerland was that poor. We have not really natural resources, a lot of rocks, of course, and mountains, and people were mainly farmers living on dairy products. So in industrialization and later on, the government realized that the only resources actually that we're having is like the human capital. And this is why we have this constant stream of investment into our educational system. And it actually pays off. The next slide looks a bit complicated. However, it's not that complicated. It's basically the structure and the differentiation between the pipelines of students going to comprehensive universities compared towards universities of applied sciences and arts. So our kids, they go to school, primary school, secondary school, and they leave the school at the age of 15, which is the circle at the left side. And then they take a decision. Either they take exams and go to high school, and with the high school certificate called maturity certificate, they get admittance to the comprehensive universities. However, 2/3 of all youngsters at the age of 15, they choose the lower path, which means they select a profession. They go through a vocational training. We call it apprenticeship. It lasts for 3 or 4 years, depending on the profession. And if they take a bit of extra school, they get a certificate admittance to enter universities of applied sciences. Which means the students at our universities, they have been in workforce. The majority of them have learned a profession from scratch. And now they voluntarily come back to university to study. Indeed, our graduates are really sought after by industry. And the reason is they bring both actually after their graduation with the bachelor degree. They have been in workforce for several years already. So they know how to, to behave and work in a company or an administration, a city administration, for instance, and they bring along the academic excellence as well. And all those red arrows indicate that you can move up and down if you want to develop your academic path further. And indeed, what we witness is that we have increasingly a higher number of students or graduates from high schools, and they want to join us because the study programs at the universities of applied sciences are very appealing. However, since they lack the work experience, they need to do an internship for 1 entire year before they get admittance to our university. So this is my favorite slide. Indeed, Switzerland has been ranked as the most innovative economy since 15 years. Year after year, we receive ranking #1. And one reason indeed is just the educational landscape I've explained to you in the previous slide. We have an extremely low unemployment rate among youngsters, we have really very strong collaboration between industry and universities, meaning that innovation go back and forth. Of course, like the high investment I've already mentioned into R&D, Switzerland, because of our political structure, is very stable, and intellectual property protection is also very important to us. Maybe you are aware that in and around Zurich, during the past 5 to 10 years, really a very vibrant and dynamic AI ecosystem has emerged. And many large IT firms such as Microsoft, Google, Facebook, WhatsApp, they all have their European headquarters in Zurich. And one of the reasons is that in and around Zurich, we really have highly skilled engineering graduates from the ETH Zurich, the top-notch university, but also from our ZHAW School of Engineering. When it comes to our university, and this is just one slide, we have been founded in 2007 as a merger of individual schools, so we have this umbrella organization. We are spread across 3 city campuses, whereas the majority of the departments, including the president's office and all administration, are based in Winterthur. And Winterthur, indeed, in the meantime, has become a real student city. Our largest department is the department or the School of Management and Law, which is our business school, and the engineering school is the second largest department. These are happy graduates from our School of Engineering, and I love that picture so much because, I mean, first, happy people are nice to look at, but second, you see how they are dressed up, and the reason being our tradition. Well, our ZHAW School of Engineering is already 150 years old. On the left-hand side, you see the first graduation class in mechanical engineering. On the right-hand side, these gentlemen building up a new laboratory for the electrical wing. When in 1874, our founder Friedrich Autenheimer has founded our School of Engineering, Switzerland was in the midst of industrialization. I've told you before, our country was extremely poor, and only through industrialization, many cotton industries were built. We had access to rivers, which meant at the time to energy. And together with the UK, we were really as a country at the forefront of industrialization. And it was during that time, actually, that many universities were built. And our School of Engineering, since its inception, was built as an applied school. So these engineers were trained and they went out to the country and started to build the railway tracks, the streets, the industries, as we know Switzerland today. We are also proud that Albert Einstein was a lecturer for some time in 1901 with us. And here again, happy graduates. So we love and live tradition here at the ZHAW School of Engineering. Our graduate classes, they dress up in tailcoats, the gentlemen, and in like old-fashioned dresses, the ladies. And then they parade through the city. And on the right-hand side, you see our main square in front of the main building. And just across the street is the pedestrian zone, as I've mentioned in my introduction slides. And those vehicles are built by each study program, and then they would parade through the inner city, and they will be cheered by the entire population, actually. And yes, it's such a nice like graduation party, and the entire city is celebrating with us. When it comes to study programs, and you will find like all information on our webpage, of course, we offer 10 bachelor programs in engineering fields and computer science fields. We are only the only university in Switzerland offering an aviation bachelor program. And then we have a master program which offers more or the same profiles as the bachelor's, with more specialization, of course. Our bachelor program lasts for 3 years, 6 semesters. At the beginning, our students have lots of math and physics. And from semester 1, it's really with an applied focus. And I will show it in the next slide, the syllabus, you will see that. The master, it's a short one. It's only 3 semesters, so 1.5 academic years. Whereas like 1 academic years are lectures and seminars and workshops, and then 1 semester for the thesis. We offer international mobility on bachelor as well as on master level. You are most welcome to join us, to spend an entire semester with us, or also to conduct a thesis with us and like a research placement. I'm happy to announce that we do also run a scholarship scheme. So all our incoming semester from overseas, which would apply to you as well, can apply for a scholarship of 3,000 Swiss francs for the entire semester. This is like a similar amount as euro, and it really supports you, and you can live on that scholarship for 2 out of 5 months. We say that a student on a low budget, you can live with 1,500 Swiss francs per month. We do also offer transdisciplinary project as Formula student. Maybe you know that program. This is when our engineering students during weekends and leisure time, they develop and build racing cards. They ship it to the competition sites, and then they drive and compete against other teams from other universities. And actually, we're doing really good. And the skills that you actually learn at university, you can directly apply. And of course, it's so much more because you need really to adhere to a project plan and deliver on a very harsh deadline, right? The deadline is when your race takes place. Our School of Engineering is structured into 14 institutes and centers. And if you are considering joining us to conduct thesis, master thesis, for instance, you would be placed at one of these institutes in our research groups. Because we are a University of Applied Sciences, our collaboration with industry is very, very close. So indeed, all our lecturers, if they apply for a lecturing position, they need to have at least 2 years of experience in industry. Otherwise, they will not be hired. Which also means that in the lecture, the lecturers will also have examples from industry, how a certain field of research is applied in industry, where the challenges are, and this is very rewarding. We do also have quite some amenities when it comes to incoming students. Of course, we have the welcome week. We have a very nice farewell event. If you join us in spring, you can also try out the sports that you see on the picture. We call it Hornussen. It's an extremely Swiss sport where you need to hit the ball with that stick, and then the team in the field needs to catch it. And it's actually quite difficult. You have free access to a lot of sports lectures and our gym. We have a very active Erasmus student network, offering a wide variety of activities, excursions, parties, sit-ins, barbecues. We do have a buddy system. We do have limited housing options available on a competition basis, so you need to apply for it. And what's really unique with us, we have very small classes, and you will be well supported by our incoming coordinator. Overall, we have 120 partner universities, mainly in North America, Europe, and East Asia. And I am very happy, actually, that Taiwan Tech joined us in our vibrant universities partner network, and I would be very happy to welcome you in Winterthur at the ZHAW School of Engineering. And that slide, unfortunately, since this is now a video, I cannot respond to your Q&As, but I just want to encourage you, if you are considering joining us and you have remaining questions, please reach out to me. You find me and my colleague Livia, our inbound coordinator, on the webpage, and also your international office can facilitate contacts. Thank you so much for listening, and I really hope to see you in Switzerland soon.